Let's go.
Freedom. Freedom. What?
Hey everyone, this is Elocin with the Modern Day Sage, and this is the full moon in Aquarius energy update. Now, keep in mind that these messages are timeless, so if you happen to listen to this message at a later date, that's okay. More than likely, this message is for you. So before we get into these messages, let's go ahead and run these promos, and we'll be back.
Brooklyn, New York, are you ready? August 27th, King Simon will be there. Etoy Hairston will be there. Elocin Ned'RAH will be there. Lloyd Strayhorn will be there with special guests. Sister California Ife will be there. All happening at Nicholas Brooklyn Mini Workshop. Text now, call now to be there.
The best solution to your spiritual wellness is here at the Modern Day Sage. Experience that great feeling of being free with our psychic products and services, such as spiritual readings and consultations, spiritual healing through rituals, energy, and spell work. Also, shop our wide range of healing products, from bracelets, oils, to candles, and become the best version of yourself. Visit themoderndaySage.com.
Yo family, Cosmic 19 Alignment and Enhancement Workshop featuring Billy Carson, Elocin Ned'RAH, King Simon, Dina Divine, and Joshua Sorrow. Happening all in Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Text me now.
The Modern Day Sage Intuitive Reading Special. Get your audio reading for only $55. For more information, go to IG at The Modern Day Sage. Okay, guys, and we're back. Welcome back to all my subscribers, and welcome if you are new to my channel. And if you are new, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and click that notification bell so you can be notified when a new video drops. Let's work together and get this channel growing, okay? So let's get into these messages, but before we pull some cards, let's talk about the full moon in Aquarius. The full moon in Aquarius energy reached its peak. When was that? It reached its peak at what is today? Thursday morning, this morning at 2:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we are in full moon energy, but keep in mind with the full moon, you can feel that energy 3 days prior to it reaching its peak and 3 days after. Okay, so we're in this little window here of full moon in the peak of its fullness. And what I will mention is full moons are good for releasing, for surrendering, letting go. Okay, and with it being in the sign of Aquarius, Aquarius is one of those signs where it is very innovative. It's a humanitarian sign. It could go against the grain with a lot of things and walk to his own or dance to his own drum. Okay. But Aquarius is going back to that humanitarian energy. It is bringing in new loving energy. Although Aquarius is an air sign, it's a sign of communication, mentalism. It is that how can I say it? It's that humanitarian energy of universal love. Okay, so also we are in the sign of Leo. Okay, so it's really about that being innovative in the aspects of, putting yourself out there. Okay, coming up with new ideas and displaying those new ideas in a very confident way. Okay, Leo is a loving sign as well because it rules the heart. So it's a lot of loving energy in the atmosphere. Not only a love for self, but it's a love like a brotherly love, okay, or sisterly love, however. Okay, so let's get into these messages, starting off with the spiritual AF. Let's grab some messages for this full moon and Aquarius energy update. Okay, so let's see. Okay. I ain't seen that one. One more. Okay, we have 3. Here, the first one says, no equals a full sentence. You know what punctuates that sentence? Action. We spend so much time explaining our boundaries that we forget to just have a fucking boundary. Say no and quit participating in what you said no to. Remove yourself from the situation if you have to. Be your own boundaries. So this is really stepping into your boundaries with this full moon energy in Aquarius. If there has been anything that you've been letting slide, whether that's personal, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, whether it's a boundary that you have with yourself or with someone, this energy is giving you that boost to honor your boundaries, okay? Next card is courage is knowing. It might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same. That's why life is hard. What is the difference between courage and stupidity in your life? A big part of adulting is not crossing the line where your rebelliousness turns into recklessness. The people who ride this line most gracefully usually have a clear eye on their values and a good friend or two who will tell them when they're being a dumbass. If you can't decide if you're being brave or stupid, call a friend. Hint, don't call a dumbass friend, though. Okay, so what's interesting is Aquarius is that rebellion, okay? It's the energy of a revolution. But you don't want your rebellions to turn into recklessness, okay? So you may have some things in your life that you're not honoring. And it's a slight rebellion that's coming up in you. But don't allow that rebellion to turn into recklessness to where you just totally fucked up. Okay? This is very interesting energy. I haven't seen this card either. Okay, so the last card from the spiritual AF is you can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. Some injuries you really can just walk off, but too many of us are running around treating emotional compound fractures like a stubbed pinky toe. They ain't the same thing, love. If you ignore the big ouches, they fester and get gangrene and give us permanent limps and shit. Do you have a big ouch that needs tending? Naming it is the first step in healing it. Maybe your wound needs some professional help. Don't do the gangrene amputation thing like that's so 2016. Okay, so some of these boundaries that you may be allowing, yourself to walk over, or someone else to walk over, or people to walk over, could really stem from some internal wound or emotional wound that you may have, and you're not necessarily acknowledging it the way that you need to. Okay, so by naming it, you're allowing the healing process to happen, but it takes courage in doing so. You probably acknowledge that there's a wound there, but either way it hurts. Either you being courageous and honoring that boundary when it comes to that wound to allow it to heal, or stupidity is stepping in where it's there, but you're still touching that wound and not allowing it to heal. Okay, so let's get into these angel numbers. Okay. We're gonna pull or roll some dice for this angel number, and these angel numbers most definitely resonate. Okay, so I want to big up Jalissa's messages. She also runs I was inspired to do the angel numbers based upon her channel. It was a really good channel on YouTube. So yeah, we're going to pause this video and Google the angel number. And if you don't want to pause it, just make sure that you write it down and Google the angel number. Okay, so let's get this angel number here. 4, 1, 6, 6. Okay, we have angel number 4166. Go ahead, pause this video and Google 4166. If you don't pause it, make sure you write it down. Take a note here and seriously Google 4166. This reading's angel number is 4166. Okay, let's get into these messages. We are going to pull from the Psychic Tarot Oracle and the Chakra Wisdom Oracle to clarify. Okay, so let's say a quick prayer. Thank you so much, Spirit, for this reading. Thank you for allowing these energies to transform and manifest in our lives. I ask that I'm a clear vessel in displaying or transferring these energies, and that this reading is protected. Thank you so much, ancestors, angels, guides, guardians, spirit team. Ashe. Okay, so we're gonna get a good shuffle in. This is my heavier deck. I want to retire it. I really like this deck, but the energy in this deck is so heavy. It actually lightened up a little bit since I haven't been using it. It was like, I'm tired, I'm heavy, let me rest. So I would like to replace this deck. This is going to probably be my 3rd time replacing this deck. Okay, so let's get some cards out here. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. In this deck is Destiny. Major Arcana card. We have the Two of Swords. In this deck is Mental Conflict. Okay, we have here the 5 of Cups, emotional loss. We have the World card, universe, and one more card. We have sacrifice, the Hangman, and at the bottom of the deck we have the throat chakra. So there is some sort of communication here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have third chakra. Underneath that is the Five of Swords. And then you have the Ace of Wands here. So with this throat chakra, what's being highlighted is some form of communication, okay? Let's see. Underneath that is a conflict and defeat. So there may be some hard type of communication coming up, or a lack of communication, because you may have communicated something in the past and have a good outcome from it. And so now what's coming up is like not necessarily a blocked throat chakra, but you may be like, communication issues may be coming up. You may not be saying everything that you would like to say. Okay, let's get some clarity around this throat chakra. Okay, but I do see balance is coming in. This full moon in Aquarius is helping to balance any communications possibly in the past that you had where you were not necessarily speaking up, or you may have had a conversation once before and it didn't necessarily go how you wanted it to go. There may have been some type of stalled flow in your communication, or you may have been holding back with your communication, but balance is coming in, and you know that this is something that is necessary. You see that this is something necessary. Okay. And we have here bittersweet, clarifying the throat chakra, which is a throat chakra card. So with this being something that's bittersweet, it's a long time coming with whatever needs to be communicated, finally being communicated, okay? It is requiring you to have that inner strength to rise above any circumstances, to do the right thing when it comes to communicating. So if there has been a hard time communicating, you're finally finding the opportunity to communicate something with this Aquarius energy. In this full moon, you're releasing some form of communication, okay? So once again, being that it is bittersweet, something is being released, okay? And it is something to be celebrated, but there's sadness behind it. And it's really, once again, with the seeing, communicating what you see. And you may see that, there's some type of choice and others are making, and you having the strength, being able to see the strength in the choices of others, okay? It's really about honoring others. So if you're not allowing your boundaries to be crossed, you may be crossing other people's boundaries. But this is allowing some type of release and maturity in a situation. So there's a communication around this, okay? There's some sort of expression around this with the throat chakra. So moving on into the reading, we have the Destiny card, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is one of those times where, things go up and come down. Oh, that's interesting. The Destiny card is being clarified by the Destiny card. So what's really being highlighted here and what's really important is that what is happening is destiny. It has nothing to do with you making a wrong choice. It's destiny. Okay, this is something that's meant to happen. This is something that's meant to bring some sort of balance into your life, okay? With destiny, though, it's purpose. Something, what happened here, I'm not sure exactly what situation is what for everyone, because everyone's situation is different. But something happened here to where, excuse me, there's been negative and positive ups and downs that has worked together to create a situation in your life where destiny has the opportunity to serve its purpose, okay? Also, I'm seeing here universal love, okay? But this is a positive omen here. There's some sort of radical thinking with this destiny, okay? There is some sort of sacrifice as well, because we have the sacrifice card here. This isn't giving me 100% clear energies, and there may be some things in your life where it's not 100% clear. Let's get some more clarity on this destiny card. So you have self-worth and abundance. So destiny is being clarified by destiny, self-worth, and abundance. And the surrounding cards are a little bit more heavier because we have mental conflict and emotional loss. So with this energy, what I am seeing is that there may have been a situation that happened, not necessarily according to your personal will, but it may have brought some sort of attention to your self-worth, okay? Like, you may be questioning your self-worth because we have mental conflict next to this, and not necessarily seeing yourself as abundant as you really are. Okay, but once again, at the bottom of the deck, we have the throat chakra and balance coming in. So a lot of times when balance comes in, there may be some things taken away, things added just to balance things out for you. Okay. Let's get some more on these full moon and Aquarius reading. So we have mental conflict. There is something that you are toiling over in your mind, okay? One part of your mind is saying one thing and another part of your mind is saying something else. You're probably going back and forth, which is why Spirit is saying it's time for you to speak up, okay? It's something that you're not communicating or expressing here. There may be a crossroad that you are at. It's being clarified by insecurity. So you feel like if you do communicate this or express this in some sort of way, something is going to happen to where you're going to possibly be judged, or, it's going to be a heartbreaking situation. Some type of emotional loss is going to happen from this. This is what you're thinking. Clarify further by confusion. And in your mind space, it's a lot of confusion. And like I said, I feel this in the reading. It's a lot of things unclear in the energy of this reading, of this full moon in Aquarius. But what I would like to say is, typically when I do these new moon and full moon readings, energy updates, the energy isn't clear. And that's because of the moon. Like, when the moon is full, when the moon is in its void state, that's when the energies are most potent and they're working. So you're going to have to give it some time to clear out. So if you are having some confusion around a situation, or you're not 100% clear on things, just give it some time, okay? But this is what the energy is showing right now. It's showing confusion. There's a lot of confusion in your mind. you know, based upon insecurities. Certain things are clouding your judgment at this time, okay? You know, you're not sure if you're growing. You're not sure if your growth is enough. You're insecure about your growth and which direction you are going, which direction you should go. Okay, you have emotional loss here. Your instinct is telling you to go a certain type of way, but you may feel some type of emotional loss in regards to this. You may not necessarily have an idea about what this situation is until it happens. Let's see here. But forgiveness is needed in regards to this situation. You know, it may be your instinct to let go because of your judgment being clouded. But Spirit is saying forgiveness is needed. Being able to see forgiveness in a situation. Being able to have forgiveness for yourself. Okay? Right now, when it comes to this emotional loss or this disappointment, your instinct is very finely tuned, but you're doubting yourself. So Spirit is saying, forgive yourself. Forgiveness is really letting go. It's time for you to let go and move on from a situation and trust your inner guidance, okay? But one thing I will say is Spirit is most definitely with you at this time, okay? Spirit is with you. You are being guided. Once again, there's destiny involved in this situation. I'm going to go ahead and read the information in regards to this forgiveness card. Okay, it says amethyst protects us from toxic situations. This card indicates healing and allowing yourself to return to the natural state of peace once again. Remember, we never forgive others. We only forgive ourselves for loving others who betrayed us. This is a time of personal evolution. Okay, so this is really about letting someone go who may have hurt us or betrayed us in a sense. Let's see. Rhonda's true essence lies in not harboring resentment. She transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not on her pain. This may be a time of family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Okay, so wishes fulfilled, holding on to dreams, past woundings, belonging, self-forgiveness, fulfillment. Okay, so some forgiveness is happening in this Aquarius full moon. We have the World card here, universe. Let's clarify this. Something is coming to an end. Something is wrapping up. There has been some lessons learned. Karmic cycle has completed, or cycle is wrapping up with this full moon. So there's a lot of letting go in this energies. You got completion is clarified by completion and wisdom. You're learning a lesson here. You're learning something from this completion. You went through a whole complete cycle and now you're learning something. You've gained wisdom from this situation. Okay? Let's see here. And now there is acceptance with this particular situation in your life. You're able to accept and move on. Okay? And you have here this is a major arcana card. So this is a major event that's happening in your life. You have the sacrifice card, which is the hangman. You're changing your perception on something. You're allowing yourself to grow. You may have found yourself in a situation where you were stuck because we have complacency here, clarifying, sacrifice due to impatience, but you know that you're not expanding. But certain things are being recovered at this time. You are going through a recovery phase in your journey, okay? With complacency, clarifying sacrifice, you have to be very aware of anything that's draining your life force energy, okay? Are you following your dreams or are you building someone else's dreams, okay? When it comes to this sacrifice. And are there energies that you are holding on to that you need to walk away from that don't resonate with you? If so, then it's time to release them and be free, okay? Just due to, you know, things may not working out fast enough for you, or, you know, you may feel like you are being impatient and, you know, you want to do certain things a certain way. You're not necessarily aligning to divine timing. Spirit is saying with certain things, the time will come to shine. So it's time to move that energy. Okay, not necessarily be in front of it, but and because you may be like jumping the gun with certain things, crossing boundaries with certain things, you know, it may not necessarily be time just yet. You're moving ahead of the energy, okay? So yeah, I mean, one thing that Spirit is saying with the sacrifice or to change your perception, you know, and expansion, your life is changing. You know, you're changing. The way that you relate to others is changing, okay? Your perception is changing. There's new people coming into your life. There's relationships in your life that no longer works. There's things in your life that no longer works, okay? And you need to put yourself in that vibrational frequency of that energy where you're uplifted, okay? So there's some sort of recovery. Somebody is coming back. Something is coming back to you, which you may have felt like you were not necessarily in alignment with, or you may have been moving around this energy instead of with the energy, moving ahead of the energy. Okay? This is a good time for detaching from a situation to see yourself in the bigger picture. So a lot of, you know, impatience and immaturity in regards to this. But Spirit wants you to take a step back and allow the angels to bring healing to you, okay, in regards to this situation in your life. A key is being given to you with this completion, with this change of perception. And you're finding a new way of living, okay? You're recovering an aspect of yourself that you may have been afraid to face. Okay, so there's understanding coming in with this energy of this sacrifice or this change of perception. All right, so let's get some more messages out here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm confused. But y'all already know, like, that's how the energies be sometimes. Sometimes, you know, it makes sense to others, but, you know, this is just the main energy. Like, you know, it's very confusing. It's a very confusing time right now. So let's get the Heal Yourself Oracle. Let's pull a message from the Heal Yourself Oracle. Okay, take off your mask. Take off your mask. And it's numbered 11, so this is a time of self-mastery as well. Stop trying to appear different to who you really are. It's time to take off your mask and be the real you. You cannot get the love and attention you are craving by pretending to be someone you are not. Why are you so frightened to be honest with yourself and others? Do you feel that you will lose friends and opportunities by showing others your imperfections, fears, and vulnerabilities? Are you constantly doing things to please others even if this does not work for you? This card indicates that you need time to get to know yourself and what is important in your life. You will know that you are evolving when other people's judgments of you no longer impacts you. If you have an incredible talent, believe in yourself. Don't hide your greatness because others feel envious or resentful. Remember, every great leader had people who loved them and believed in them, as well as those who doubted and disliked them. Okay? Okay, let's get some more messages out here. I'm going to pull some messages from the Moonology Oracle cards. Let's get some more messages. Okay, we have here, what do you need to release? So this is a good time of releasing, you guys. A lot of releasing. You and your loved ones are safe and luck is on your side. At the bottom of the deck, it's time to take action. So it's really a time to releasing what you don't necessarily need in your life. And you may feel like you might be cutting out too much, and if you cut off certain aspects, it's going to somewhat disrupt something that you have going on in your life that may affect your loved ones. But Spirit is saying luck is on your side. Luck is on your side. So by doing so, you're going to make room for something that you absolutely desire, want, and need. Okay? Let's get some more messages. And by the way, I'm going to say to all my viewers here, especially if you are not, a returning subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Thumbs up this video. Okay? So we have here the Moonology Manifestation deck. And also, I want to mention the interview I was on King Simon Presents with Lloyd Strayhorn, who is a world-renowned astro numerologist. Empress Itoy Hairston, who is a poet, and Sister Kumfunya Ife, who is a sound therapist, or she does sound bowls, she does sound healing, she's a healer, along with King Simon. That's the show, but it was a really good show, and I'm going to have the link in my bio or my description, just in case you missed it and you want to watch it. That link will be in the description. Okay, so let's pull some cards from the Moonology Manifestation deck. Okay, so step up and lead. New moon in Capricorn. This is the energy of taking the lead here. You are a leader. Okay, unleash your kindest self. First quarter moon in Capricorn. So a lot of Capricorn energy. That's very interesting. It's time to ground your energy and putting yourself out there in that humanitarian way by unleashing your kindest self, by being compassionate, by being caring. A new moon in Aries, go for it. So a lot of action, and it says here full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life at the bottom of the deck. So with these ups and downs, you may find yourself in a situation where you're not being your kindest self based upon boundaries being crossed. But Spirit is saying that it's time for you to step up and take the lead when it comes to, these boundaries that you have for yourself, and just being the bigger person, or being the better person, or being your kindest self, your better version. When I say being a better person, meaning you being a better person compared to what you're releasing in regards to yourself, and go for it, okay? We got that energy where you're able to charge forward with this, with the goat and the ram, okay? Climbing mountains. All right, let's get some more energies out here. We're going to pull from the Quantum Oracle. Pull a card from the Quantum Oracle. Okay, we have a milestone in reverse. Milestone in reverse. Let's read the messages for this. We're going to do a post full moon in Aquarius reading, just because right now these energies are still working and doing what they do, and it feels like it's all over the place. So if you are feeling like you're all over the place, just go with the flow of things, okay? So with this card in reverse, it says this card reverse could indicate that some celebration is being delayed or even canceled altogether. While this may be disappointing to you, remember that although the event isn't happening as planned, a milestone still exists and should be acknowledged in your heart. On another level, when this card is reversed, you could find yourself looking back at your life and wishing you had done some things differently in the past. If so, it's time to start considering the steps you have to take in order to make that life-changing decision now. You may not feel quite ready, but the time of inner achievement is calling you now. Each day can be a new milestone for you. Each day can be a new milestone for you. Each day can be a new milestone for you. Choose honoring thoughts and behaviors. Create joy and optimism now. Create your eternal truth and know that this very life is a milestone for you. Okay. Wow. All right, let's get some more messages from the Archangel Oracle. Archangel Mallory, remember who you are. Take action when you are ready. Archangel Mallory is a divine feminine complement of Archangel Christiel. She steps her energy down through the healing light of the Pleiades and enters Earth through Bethlehem, while Christiel's retreat is over Jerusalem. These two archangels have always held in Christ's light in this part of the world, which is why the divine plan enabled Jesus to bring it through this location. Archangel Mallory is the keeper of ancient wisdom, not just for the planet, but for this entire universe, and is a lustrous deep gold, which transforms to rich burgundy when she is actively pursuing a project. She pours high frequencies of wisdom into the casual chakra, and if you need to do spiritual work, she will assist you with her burgundy light, which is the red of action merged with the gold of wisdom. Wow. Okay, so when you receive this card, it indicates that you have a font of ancient wisdom with you. It is time to access this and bring it forward to help yourself and others. You are required to delve deep into your inner being and access long forgotten understandings, symbols, and information. You have earned and learned these on your long soul journey through the universes. When you reach the storehouse of your true deep self, you will be amazed as you realize who you truly are. You are also invited to dive into the pool of Christ light, bathe in it for yourself, and draw energies from it so that you can touch others with love and wisdom for the highest good. This will also enable you to create and activate a new project that awaits you. Okay. For some reason, my crown is tingling. Got a little tingles there. Okay, so we're going to pull from the Keepers of Lights, of the Lights. Okay, we have 2 cards that came out. We're going to honor both of those. It is Serapis Bay, Ascension, move into your true self. So this is like really about your true self. Okay? Move into your true self, rise above the darkness. The light is here. Okay, Serapis Bey is the light keeper in charge of Ascension. He once served as a priest of Luxor, Egypt, helping those passing on to cross over into the light. Now he is the presence we can call on in order to ascend. Ascension means rising up. It reminds us of the story of Christ being resurrected after death. This means that Serapis Bey can guide us from the lowest states of being back to the light. His energy is always like that of a phoenix, giving us the support to move out of our own hell or darkness into a space that supports our growth. The stars cannot shine without darkness. You may have experienced a low state of being, trauma, or depression, but this is a new beginning. Become aware of growth. There's always room for improvement. There's also a sense of presentation now. You may be receiving documentation or certification to acknowledge your growth or experience. It's important to cherish this time and to realize that without the challenges or obstacles you have faced, you wouldn't be as strong, powerful, or focused as you are today. You are ascending personally and spiritually at this time, and the universe is here to support it. Okay, and the second card that came out is Odin, Psychic Insight. It says, your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Odin, where are you, Odin? I can't find it's in alphabetical order too, and I cannot find the O's. Where are you? Okay, there you go. Odin is the Norse all-father god who is revered to the present day. He is a powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing god. His twin flame is Freya, and like her, he has a raven totem. The story goes that he surrendered one of his eyes at a mystical spring called Mimir so that he could gain the wisdom of the ages. He is a strong but somewhat wild character who helps us reawaken our natural psychic instincts and open our third eye so we can look beyond the physical senses and into the spiritual realms. He also helps us recognize that it's okay to have insights into what's happening next. After all, we are all the creators of our own path. Odin guards the runic alphabet too. And works closely with signs, symbols, and omens. You are being encouraged to look beyond what the physical eyes are showing you. Look within and follow your intuition or psychic visions. You may want to plan ahead at this time. It's important to keep your mind and energy focused on the best possible outcome. There will be signs and symbols from the light to tell you that you are on the right path. Be aware of winged beings gracing your path as a wink from Odin and the light keepers to say that they are honoring your work. Okay. We're going to pull from the Messenger Oracle. Oh. 2 cards came out with this as well. Calm the storm is one of the messages here. Let's see. There are times when life offers us nothing but chaos and turmoil. Wave upon wave knocks us down. Sometimes before we can regain our feet, be still. Take a moment to breathe, express your thoughts and feelings, and then do what you can to find a peaceful place of calm within you. If another is in need, offer them safe harbor. Be a port in their storm. And we have with love and kindness. With love and kindness. An act of loving kindness has the power to change a life. It can leave a lasting impression, restore faith, and give hope to someone who has none. Understand that this world does not need more people bent on personal success. What it does need are more people who are more willing to be kind rather than right. So there is the messages with that kindness again. I feel like, during this process, Spirit is going to most definitely give you puzzle pieces to put in place in regards to these energies and what situation pops up for you, what's needed. Okay, we're going to pull from the Dream Cards Oracle, or the Dream Oracle cards. Let's pull one message here. Okay, Internet. Embrace the fact that you are the world. Internet. Embrace the fact that you are the world. You are intertwined with everyone and everything, realizing that it's a small world after all. All of humanity is within you. And you have access to all of it, from the most foreign to the most familiar, from blasts from the past to those with whom you aspire to have a future connection. Everything you need or desire is just a thought, keystroke, tweet, or Facebook post away. At the root of any pain you experience is the false belief that you are separate from your fellow humans. However, when you remember your oneness with the worldwide web of life, you awaken to the reality that you exist in a unified field and all of life is ultimately on your side. Allow this awareness to assist you in casting your net to reel in wonderful relationships, job opportunities, financial abundance, and solutions. Meaning is connectivity. If you dream of being online, surfing the internet, social networking, or blogging, you are realizing your inherited relationship to everything and everyone all the time. You are in a net in which all solutions are caught. You also may be wrapping your head around the way in which you can up your participation in the world. Make your mark, be noticed, announce yourself, and go global with your thoughts, opinions, and creativity. Mantra here is, I am one with the worldwide web of people, places, ideas, and possibilities. Okay. I'm going to pull a self-care oracle card. What is the act of self-care that you can do during this full moon? Rest. Okay, it says rest here. Getting in some rest to take care of yourself. So if you have been feeling overwhelmed or a little tired due to the energies, make sure that you're resting. Okay, and now finally we're going to pull our final card of this reading from the Sacred Rebels. Okay, let's get our final messages. Thank you so much, Spirit, for these messages. Okay. Ooh, seeing the true you. What the huh? I don't know. All right, so let's see. Sometimes we believe what others tells us we are, as though the self we see reflected back to us through their eyes is truth. Yet the accuracy of a reflection depends on the clarity of that which is doing the reflecting. If the receiver forms any opinions about what is perceived, then what is reflected back to us will at best be distorted. It is not necessarily through ill will, it's just the mechanics of the situation. Even the moon reflects the sun in varying degrees of fullness and clarity. We can learn something of the nature of the sun from the moon, but not as much as through direct perception. That's key. That's deep right there, y'all. Because this reading is reflecting some energies that are very, very confusing, okay? This oracle has come to you because you have been putting rather too much faith in the reflections others have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you are becoming because you believe too little of yourself. There may be those around you that are unable to reflect more faithfully. There may be those around you that are able to reflect you more faithfully and even help you see more of your own greatness and beauty. These are the souls blessed with inner stillness. In the clear waters of their ocean of consciousness, you can come to recognize yourself with clear perception. However, there are those who have not tended to their own ocean and are unable to be still enough to genuinely receive and reflect your light back to you. There is no judgment here. Each takes the path of self-healing that is available and appropriate at any time, at any given time. However, to attempt to see the magnificence of a sun and a very partial moon doesn't make too much sense. If you are blessed with those in your life who can show you the beauty within you, wonderful. Even so, this oracle comes to you with a task you are now ready for. You are to begin to develop the art of direct perception. This is the ability to recognize yourself not only in the eyes of others, but from how you feel about yourself, how you experience yourself, and how you observe yourself with compassion and kindness from within. This is a step towards a radical empowerment that does not require perfection in order for you to recognize that you are lovable and have much to offer. It is empowerment based on the acceptance of all that you are, working with your strengths, tending to your weaknesses, and being loving, encouraging, and nurturing of all that you perceive. As you continue on this journey, you will not only see your human self, but the eternal within you. This is a breathtaking experience that opens you up to creative energy that flows abundantly through all of life. It is an experience that takes great preparation because we must be strong within our own self-love and acceptance to be able to hold acceptance for all of life. This oracle is nudging you into the preparation for when you have the experience of truly beholding yourself. All judgment, fear, and doubt will fall away, and you will just know yourself to be sacred. Then you will be asked to embrace the deeper journey of your sacred rebellion against judgment and fear, and into passionate creativity and unconditional trust in life. This oracle comes with a special message for you. If you are getting confused about who you are and your motives or actions based on what others are saying or how they are responding to you, step back. In your quest to be a responsible person, you may be unintentionally taking on the feelings of others. making their reflections of you more than they are in truth. More often than not, reflections are more about the state of the reflector than what is being reflected. Let those external perceptions go. Can you just acknowledge yourself? Do so and be free. Oh, okay. That's where the clarity is coming in at. Because I was like, I don't know what this is right here. Because, spirit. But there you have it. These are the messages for the full moon in Aquarius. Okay. If this message resonates, let me know in the comment section below. Also, once again, if you are not subscribed to my channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Be sure to thumbs up this video, okay? And everything that you need to know will be in the description box below. Hey! All right. So until next time, you guys, happy manifesting, happy releasing and surrendering. I am out of here. I'm signing off. Love and light and namaste.
Modern Day Sage has really blessed my life. Her reading sessions are life-changing and really get you in tune and on the right path. I felt so much clearer about my place in the universe now that I have a totally new outlook about my path. She also has a wide assortment of spiritual products that can really raise the vibrations even more, with oils, bracelets, and sprays perfect for clearing out the energy. And if that ain't enough, she also has services from Reiki spells and rituals that are sure to bring you to a state of peace and awareness. Check her out now at themoderndaysage.com or The Modern Day Sage on Instagram. Or give her a call at 800-774-4554 to book your appointment. Enlightenment is only a click away. The spirit will thank you.